Hey, it's Mr. 2582 coming back at you with another video, and today I'll be reviewing yet another NASCAR diecast. I was about to say Authentics there. It's not an Authentics car by any means, but it's from Lionel. And this is going to be a first look at the new diecast chassis and rubber tire 164s for the Gold Series, which is now going to be a standard. So every new car from this point forward is going to have rubber tires and metal chassis, which I can't wait to see how it looks. And the first car that we're going to be taking a look at, and the first one in my collection, is this. This is Denny Hamlin's 2025 Bob's Discount Furniture Toyota Camry for JGR, or Joe Gibbs Racing. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this car, not only because the paint scheme and of course everything else surrounding the diecast, but we have to take a look at it. So again, I pre-ordered this at the Lionel website along with the Chris Buescher Cinnamon Toast Crunch car, which I did make a review on, so if you'd like to go check that out, you can. But that one did have plastic tires, and it's one of the last ones they released with the plastic chassis and the plastic tires. This one has metal chassis and rubber tires, so yeah, I can't wait to be taking a look at this one here. So of course, still 164, adult collectible. I know, Bob's Discount Furniture, number 11, Denny Hamlin, Toyota Camry. Let's take a look at this one. Got my tweezers here, so we're just going to do the same thing I've been doing all these times. So, in fact, we don't have to rip the box, so get the flaps here. Fold it towards you. This one's a little tough. There we go. That should work. And let's get this pretty new and upgraded diecast out of its box. Can't wait to look at this one here. Can't wait to see how it feels too. And here is the diecast, and since it's going to be a rubber tire model, I won't expect it to really move around a lot, so I'm going to use my trusty turntable. So now, I guess with these new NASCAR diecasts, I'll be able to use my turntables more often, hopefully. If it still rolls, then oh well, but yeah. So let's just give it a little spin around here, if I can find the button. There we go. So yeah, first glance, it looks like any other normal NASCAR diecast, of course, that has been released from Lionel. But of course, just looking at it, but in the box and such, you could definitely tell there was a little bit of a difference, and but you'd have to open it up and actually see the actual difference. But yeah, I guess you give it a little 360 spin on this. I'll say this might be a hot take, but I personally like this paint scheme. There's a lot of people who really hate it, really don't like it at all. I'm a fan of it, and I'll be honest. I do like how bright and like neon, I guess neon, I don't know if neon's the right word. It just pops on the racetrack, and I think under the lights when, he debuted this paint scheme in 2025, but he's also running it in 2026. It's basically the same thing. He ran it in the Clash, and just last week at Phoenix, it pops, honestly, it pops a lot. and it's just a nice looking paint scheme, and like I said, kind of a controversial take, but I do like how it looks, the colors and everything. For some reason it works, to me, but I know there's people who obviously don't agree with me, but whatever. To each their own, I guess. So I guess we're gonna grab it here, and already I could tell it's a little heavier than normal. So it's still the metal. It's everything is metal. So metal body, metal chassis, painted black, and the rubber tires. So this is gonna be really cool. Definitely just a little bit heavier, a little bit more hefty than the normal plastic chassis and plastic tires diecast, but yeah, this looks awesome. Just the blue, this like teal, or I guess if you want to be a little bit more meme, or the Miku blue, I guess. Shout out to Hatsune Miku, of course, but yeah, and the orange, it fits. I don't know why. You might think that might be a little bit of an odd color combination. I honestly don't see a problem, but whatever. So I guess we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at this car. We got the Toyota Camry front end, Bob's Discount Furniture with the mini Bob on the front, the mascot, of course, for this discount furniture chain. Got Denny Hamlin's name and the Toyota logo on the windshield. JGR and Sunoco. Goodyear, unfortunately we have a couple paint chips and a couple of decal flaws, but that's unfortunate. NASCAR Cup Series, number 11, Bob's Discount Furniture with the little mascot hanging on the logo there. Pretty funny. We got a little exhaust printing, Mobile 1, Sport Clips, Progressive. We got Denny Hamlin's signature on the roof rail. We got 4 race win stickers, so I think this might predate. Yeah, this one might have been a little later in the season, because I have another diecast I'll compare it to just to kind of see a little differences between the old and the new style of Gold Series diecasts. And here's the rear. Bob's Discount Furniture. I think, is that another decal flaw? Oh no, it's a really mini Bob on the O. Yeah, I would have thought that was a decal flaw, but no, that is a really mini Bob on the O. That's pretty funny. We got the Toyota Camry rear end, the XSC, of course, number 11, Mobile 1 and Toyota with the white spoiler, interestingly enough. I don't think I've seen that before. We got Bob's Discount Furniture with a bunch of sponsors. It's kind of like a JGR thing. You got Denny Hamlin, or Hamlin's name, last name on the rear windshield. A yellow number 11, Bob's Discount Furniture. And the right side is the same as the left side. So, yeah, it looks awesome. So, of course, we haven't even touched on it. The rubber tires. The printing on the Goodyears, huge improvement. Like, absolutely huge improvement. Because normally they would be kind of pixelated and such. No, these are, like, pretty crystal clear here. And look very nice. Look more realistic. And the color on the rims, huge improvement on that, too. Because normally I have another Denny Hamlin car to show y'all, and it's absolutely my favorite one. Of course, it's the AM PM car. This one, of course, still has the plastic tires and the plastic chassis. But yeah, we're going to grab both of them here. Originally, they always had, see, look, the Goodyear printing is very kind of pixelated, and the gunmetal gray, I guess, wheels they're just kind of like sparkly. It's a little strange. It's okay, but it does not look as good as this. Like, this is the type of paint quality you see on the 124s, which, unfortunately, I don't have a 124 next generation car yet, but hopefully soon. But yeah, these are just really cool, and the reason I say this car ran later in the season is because he has 4 race win stickers compared to the AM PM car, which this one ran at Sonoma, has 3 race win stickers, so yeah, this one is after the AM PM car, but I think he might have gotten the sponsorship before, if I remember. Bob's Discount Furniture first, and then he got the AM PM sponsorship for the 2 races he ran. But yeah, this is an awesome looking car. It's very happy that Lionel is really improving, even though there's always, there were some decal flaws here and there. Even after all of that, it could obviously be improved. It's not all the cars are gonna be perfect, but I love the fact that Lionel is really improving on their moldings and like the new offerings they're coming up with, and lowering the MOQs on the diecast, because I think I've heard recently that ever since they lowered the MOQ of 164, almost every single diecast that has been offered has been made. So that's great news. We have more diecasts to buy and such. And, even for smaller teams, they have their diecasts made, so that's really awesome. But yeah, would you guys pre-order this one? Unfortunately, this one also sold out, so thankfully I didn't wait too much. I was actually not gonna pre-order it, but then I was like, you know what, I will, and thankfully I did, just in time before they sold out. But I think there is a 2026 pre-order out. It's literally the same livery, same paint scheme. It's just that one's gonna be released later, which sucks. But yeah, do you like this paint scheme? Do you actually agree with what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't mind it. It looks nice. It pops. But there's people who also disagree, and to each their own, like I said. But yeah, that has been a review of the Denny Hamlin's Bob's Discount Furniture 2025 car. the first car I have and the one I'm seeing with rubber tires and the metal chassis. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe. We're trying to reach those 1,000 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer every single day. And I'll see you next time. Peace.